This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good night, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for March 23, 2023. And in the news tonight, Lee Sparta released from prison. Dancehall artist Lee Sparta has been released from prison, the news has been reliably informed. It is understood that the artist, whose real name is Leroy Russell, was released from the Horizon Remand Center in Kingston about 11 a.m. on Thursday. He was released early for good behavior, a source close to the artist told the news. In March 2021, Lee was sentenced to 3 years in prison after being convicted for illegal possession of a firearm and ammunition. The entertainer had been arrested on December 14, 2020, after a vehicle in which he was traveling was intercepted by members of the Jamaica Constabulary Forces Specialized Operations. The men in the vehicle were searched and a 9mm Glock pistol with an extended magazine containing 18 rounds of ammunition was found in the dancehall artist's waistband. Lee pleaded guilty to the charges. Man and woman charged following stabbing incident in Kingston. A man and a woman have been charged with wounding with intent following a stabbing incident in Arnett Gardens, Kingston 12 on Monday, March 20. The accused are 49-year-old Michael Soares of Block Pathway, Kingston 12, and a 23-year-old Shanaki Williams of Greenwich Town, Kingston. Reports are that about 3:30 p.m., a man was approached by Soares, Williams, and others, following which a dispute developed between them. During the altercation, the man was allegedly stabbed by the accused. The police were summoned and the injured man was taken to the hospital for treatment. An investigation was launched and both Soares and Williams were taken into custody and subsequently charged. Investigations continue. St. Andrew businessman charged with shooting with intent. A St. Andrew businessman is to face the court to answer to the charges of shooting with intent, possession of prohibited weapon, and malicious destruction of property following a dispute at a gas station on Beechwood Avenue, St. Andrew on Thursday. Charged is 33-year-old Sanjay Dulam of Barbican Road, Kingston 8. Reports are that about 11:25 p.m., a taxi operator traveling in a Toyota Probox had a dispute with Dulam and other men traveling in a Hyundai motor vehicle. It is alleged that when the taxi operator was leaving the compound, Dulam pulled a firearm and opened fire, hitting the Toyota Probox. The taxi operator escaped injuries. A report was made to the police and an investigation launched. On Wednesday, March 22, Dulam turned himself into the police along with a 6 Sawyer 9mm pistol. He was subsequently charged. His court date is being finalized. Kingston man charged for double murder and other offenses. A Kingston man has been charged by detectives in the Kingston East Division in relation to a double murder and other offenses following an incident on Malvern Avenue, Kingston on Friday, March 3. 23-year-old Tyreek Johnson, otherwise called Ramon and Isis of Fleet Street, Kingston, was charged for the murders of 26-year-old Malcolm Lowe and 24-year-old Ronaldo Murray on Malvern Avenue. Johnson was also charged with wounding with intent and breaches of the Firearms Act. According to the police, at about 10 p.m., Lowe, Malcolm, and a woman were sitting on Malvern Avenue when they were approached by two gunmen who opened fire at them. The police were summoned and they were taken to hospital, where Lowe and Murray were pronounced dead and the woman admitted for treatment. An investigation was launched and on Wednesday, March 15, Johnson was taken into custody and charged in the presence of his attorney. His court date is being finalized. Stop chasing our buses, JUTC tells the students. The Jamaica Urban Transit Company Limited and the Road Safety Unit in the Ministry of Transport are appealing to students in downtown Kingston to avoid running alongside buses in an attempt to board and secure seating. This has been a long-standing issue, especially at peak hours when passenger load is generally greater than the supply of JUTC buses. The situation has been exacerbated by a shortage of JUTC buses, which is being addressed by the government. Given the lengthy wait to get a JUTC bus during peak hours, commuters often jostle to secure a space on buses. The entities argue that the practice of running alongside JUTC buses in the downtown Kingston lay poses a serious risk to student and vehicular safety. In recent weeks, they said there have been reported incidents of students from schools in downtown Kingston running alongside buses in the bus park in an attempt to board and secure seating. The behavior not only endangers the students' lives and safety, but also the safety of other passengers and road users, they argued. This practice is extremely dangerous and could lead to serious injury or may even result in death. We witnessed this behavior in the latter part of December 2022, and unfortunately, it seems to continue even now. We cannot continue to ignore the issue, as to do so would be at our own peril, noted Corporate Communications Manager at the JUTC, Cecil Toms. An urgent appeal is also being made to school officials and the parents to speak to their children about the dangers of running after and alongside buses and the importance of practicing road safety while commuting to and from school. They are also being reminded to encourage students to stand on the curb and wait for the buses to come to a complete stop before approaching them. Approach the bus from the front and wait for the driver to open the door, and do not push or shove other passengers, the JUTC and Road Safety Unit advised. The Ministry and the JUTC take the safety of all commuters seriously, and we want to remind everyone that running alongside buses is a dangerous practice, said Deirdre Hudson Sinclair, Director of the Road Safety Unit. We have engaged the Ministry of Education and Youth, as well as the schools in the area, to provide road safety intervention and will be doing so over the coming weeks. Parents and the students are being asked to take this issue seriously and to work together with the Ministry and the JUTC to ensure the safety of all students and commuters in preventing any future incidents. Latvian man and Jamaican security officer facing drug charges offered bail. The Latvian national and a female security officer who are charged in connection with a suspected drug trafficking ring operating from the Norman Manley International Airport were this morning offered bail in the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court. Senior Parish Court Judge Paula Blake Powell started hearing the bail application on Tuesday. Terika Millwood, 32, was offered $500,000 bail with a surety. Ms. Millwood is to report to the police 3 days per week and has been ordered to surrender any travel documents and not to interfere with witnesses. A stop order was also imposed. Her co-accused, the 30-year-old Richard Opinix, a customer service manager from Riga, Latvia, received a bail offer of $2 million with a surety. He has been ordered to report daily to the narcotics police, surrender any travel documents, not to interfere with witnesses, and to reside at the address verified by the police. A stop order was also imposed. Ms. Millwood and Mr. Opinix were arrested and charged with conspiracy to export 4.4 kilograms of cocaine to England. He is also charged with possession of, dealing in, and attempting to export cocaine. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.